Well, viewers, sorry, I didn't pay attention that I didn't have enough battery, and well, it turned off. Now I already connected to the charger. Okay, let's get inside this highway called General Paz. As I told you, Buenos Aires is surrounded by two main highways, General Paz and 25 de Mayo. Buenos Aires, the capital city, it's like it's like a big cake surrounded by these two highways mainly. So the purpose of this video is just to keep you updated with the currency exchange and with what is happening right now. This year we are going to have presidential elections. That's something really common in South America. The years we are having elections, all the governors and different states, they do their best to fix all the roads, to fix everything they can, so they can show off and say that they are the best, so people can vote for them. So that's another advantage this year. Even when Buenos Aires is really well maintained and kept in regular years, specifically this year, I'm sure they are going to do even more things to decorate and to keep it in a really good state, so the voters can select their parties and those stuff. Well, this is General Paz. The top speed in this highway is 100 kilometers per hour. Right now we are 80, but right there it begins the 100 kilometers per hour limit, speed limit. And you have to be careful if you come and rent a car. There are a lot of cameras around the city, red light cameras and speed cameras. So a lot of fines they make here because of those cameras. So you have to pay attention to the signs. You're going to see people that don't respect those signs. In the end, they are going to pay the consequences because the fines are really expensive. And well, you cannot drive if you drank even a beer. You cannot drive, because if there is a control point, checkpoint, and they test it. For example, I drive at night. I left work at 11 p.m. and most of the time you see a lot of checkpoints at that time, and they stop me really often, and they check my alcohol status. I have to blow this device. Well, here we are in the 100 speed limit, so we can change lane, so I don't interrupt and block the way. So they test I have to breathe, and they always check, and it's true. Now there is a new law. In the past, you were able to have alcohol in your body, like only one glass of wine. Now this year, 0. If you drank one glass of wine, you cannot drive. If you pass through a checkpoint and they discover, they are going to take your driver's license. You are going to have a fine. They keep your car, and it's a big problem that you don't want to live, especially if you are leaving a restaurant or if you are having a really good time with friends. So if you drink, call an Uber. Cabify is another enterprise here, the competition, or another person has to drive. But don't drive if you drink, because it's going to cause you a big problem. Well, this is the highway. We are going to pass by the biggest soccer stadium, the really famous soccer stadium, River. It belongs to the River team. Here you have they are really crazy, and they are really in love with soccer, football. We are in the country of Messi, Lionel Messi, and obviously they won the World Cup. They are really proud and they are bragging a lot about it, and they feel awesome. They feel what they are. They are the champions in soccer. So one of the big teams is River, and it's the one that I don't know if you are going to be able to see it on the camera, but yeah, it's that one on my right. There, it's a really big stadium. It's where a lot of bands, when they come, for example, this Coldplay came last year in November, and they made 10 shows, full house. I mean, a lot of people came. The Rolling Stones, Metallica, all those big bands, they come, and one of the stadiums they rent, it's that one. Then what I have on my left, it's the railways, the train that goes to the suburbs, from the capital city to the suburbs. Okay, what else? As I was telling you before the video got interrupted, well, we are receiving a lot of tourists, and they are having a really good time. They are having a lot of fun, a lot of entertainment, because they bring dollars or pounds or any currency that is not Argentinian. It's going to work fine. Of course, if you bring dollars here in South America, it's like the main currency they are going to use, and that people are going to accept. Whereas they also accept reais, that is the currency from Brazil, and euros. It's more common that you see people interested in dollars. And if you pay in credit card or debit card, they are going to tell you the prices always in Argentinian pesos, but also in dollars, American dollars. But pay attention to the exchange. Remember, you as a tourist, you are going to have a better rate, and it's automatically just using your credit or debit card from your country. The system is going to charge it on the best rate that is for tourists. Today, the extra official rate is 493 per dollar, and the tourist rate is 490 per dollar. So if you buy something that costs 1,000 Argentinian pesos, you're going to pay almost $2.50, almost $2.5 for that. And let me give you an idea. You, with 1,000 Argentinian pesos, you can buy a wine's bottle, or if you go to McDonald's, for example, the Big Tasty, it's like 3,200 Argentinian pesos. The Big Tasty Bacon Triple Tasty, it's approximately 3,200 Argentinian pesos. So calculate according to your rate exchange, and that's what you're going to end up paying. Oh, that's a really nice Jaguar, beautiful car. Okay, now we are leaving the highway. We are out. Remember what I told you, a lot of cameras. They supervise that you don't have irregularities with your license plates, and they have a lot of cameras around. Let me give you an example. If you are breaking the law, if you are speeding, they are gonna take a picture, and you are going to have a big fine. The other day, a colleague, the speed limit in that specific street was 40 kilometers per hour, and he was 44. He was fined, and the fine costed 16,000 Argentinian pesos. That's a lot for only 4 kilometers above the limit. It's like really a headache. But well, it is what it is. Those are the rules. We have to obey them or pay the consequences. We are in Palermo. This neighborhood is called Palermo. It's really beautiful, and you have a lot of big areas like this, a lot of playgrounds. We are going to pass by the Japanese garden. It's really beautiful, and it's a really big tour attraction. I think we are going to see it's right there, the Japanese garden. It's everything decorated and made by Japanese. You have a lot of cherry trees, fish, and a lot of history as well. A lot of monuments and some trees brought from Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Trees that survived the atomic bomb. So well, you can see there. And that's the city tour bus, as other big cities have. In Buenos Aires, you can get on that bus and it takes you everywhere, all around in Buenos Aires, and they have the translation and they give you the tour and all the explanation, the history explanation in those languages. I don't know if you appreciate it in the camera, but they have Spanish, English, Portuguese, German, French, Italian, Chinese, Japanese, and I don't see the other, and Arabic language, I think. Well, you have those options. Something I have to tell you about Argentina is that tourism is really well organized. You have a lot of options, a lot of places to go, a lot of entertainment, a lot of activities. So, and it's not currently, because of this economic crisis, it's not going to cost you that much as if you were going to I don't know, New York. New York is really expensive, or I don't know, Japan, or a country like I don't know, in Europe. Here you, and the good thing about Buenos Aires, the capital city, is that we still have this sense of security. A lot of patrols going around, police officers, and it's really crowded with tourists, so it's a good option. Come and visit and take advantage of the times we're living. We are in autumn. Temperature, well, today the temperature is going to get really low. It's beginning to be really cold. We are going to be up to 3 degrees, 3 Celsius degrees, then 7 Celsius degrees. I mean, bring the best jacket and sweatshirts and scarf and enjoy the city. We have those bicycles. Those are the Buenos Aires city bicycles. You don't have to pay for them. You just have to enroll in the app. You have to put a credit card just in case, as a security deposit, just in case that you don't return that bicycle. You have to pay for it, but they give you, it's for free. They give you every day, they give you 30 minutes, I think, or 45 minutes a day to use them. So you can pick up one once you register in the app, of course. You pick up one of those bicycles, you use it, and you have to deliver it in the next stop. You have to check the closest bicycle stop or checkpoint to leave it in the place you are going or you're heading. And that's it. If you if you pass those 45 minutes, then they are going to charge you a fee. I don't know how much money is, but it's not that much. It really helps. In Buenos Aires, they have, I don't know if you can notice, a lot of bicycle roads. It's really well distributed and signed. And here they use bicycles is another means of transportation, and it's a serious means of transportation. They have their own lanes, and they promote, as in other countries, they promote the use of bicycles, and you see them a lot of people using bicycles. And now these scooters small scooters. So you take care of the environment, and that's those stuff. Right now it's like the fashion. It's like the trend. Let's save the planet. Let's live green. It's the fashion. The nowadays trend. Well, now we are in Recoleta. To give you an idea, Recoleta is a really nice neighborhood. It's where most of the embassies are located, and as you can see, look at this beauty. You have a lot of places where to come and jog and work out. You have a lot of restaurants. In Buenos Aires, a lot of options to eat. In average, it's not expensive. You have really good food. You have museums. You have a lot of entertainment, a lot of activities to do. Not only in Buenos Aires. I mean, Argentina, it's a really big country, and you have a lot of fun, a lot of activities to do. You have to visit Mendoza. That's the state where they produce most of the wine. You have to go, definitely you have to go to the Patagonia, which is really big. Last year I went to Bariloche, and the sightseeings are amazing. It's I mean, all the beautiful sightseeings you see in the movies, I think they come here, and for sure they have come to record some of the movies there in La Patagonia, because it's extremely beautiful. You are going to awe in a view, because it's, I mean, you have to see it by yourself. It's going to be impossible to describe what I really saw, and I only went to Bariloche. If you go deeper in the south part, you reach the end of the world, Calafate, the state of Tierra del Fuego. I mean, you have really beautiful sightseeings there. Those are the taxis. I think I mentioned those taxis in a previous video. I better recommend you, it's something I have to say, I better recommend you to use Uber, that works perfectly here, or Cabify. They charge you with the right price, a fair price, and they don't take you around. Let's pay attention to the gas prices. Here we have a Shell gas station. To give you an idea, the gasoline, 202.5 Argentinian pesos. The super, it's like the cheapest gasoline, and I didn't pay attention to the other one. I think that the V-Power, the premium gasoline, it's like 250. I didn't pay attention yet because I had to drive. But for those who could see in the video, well, you pay for the regular gas 202.5 Argentinian pesos per liter. Here we measure liquids by liters, not gallons. And so make the conversion for those who come from countries that use gallons instead of liters. Well, this is still Recoleta, but we are getting in the Retiros neighborhood, right there. For example, there is the Sheraton. I work in a couple of blocks away from the Sheraton. That's the Sheraton right there. And well, this is Retiro, and I'm getting close to the hotel I work. So I hope that this video has helped you to give you an idea of what you're going to find in Buenos Aires. Look at the streets. We are having the sunshine again. We've been through almost 5 days of rain, and it's going to get really cold now. And well, that's it. I hope you like it. Well, pay attention to future videos I'm going to be making with updates. Have a nice day.